Hello everyone, we are Group 2 and my name is Shivani Agrawal and I'll be taking you guys through the basic strategies that we applied for our company in the first year. Next slide. So this is our company logo. The name of our company is Rio and the slogan that we chose was New Era. Next slide. So the first thing that we did was to divide roles in order to work more efficiently and take more measured decisions. My role was of CEO. Jay worked as HR manager. Justin was sales and marketing head. Anamika was operations head, and Twinkle was finance head. Next slide. Now the competitive strategy. The main strategy that we decided to choose was cost leadership because we wanted to provide affordable phones for everyone through cutting our operational cost. The vision, we had three main visions, which were shaping the future of technology, being carbon neutral, and of course, providing affordable phones to everyone. Keeping all of these things in mind, our vision statement was to provide advanced technology at an affordable price with zero impact on our surrounding. Now, targets, these were very important for us from the very beginning. We had five main targets: achieve net profit, lowest price, market leader in price segment, education level of staff, and employee motivation. As KPI, we chose two targets, which were achieve net profit and lowest price. Next slide, please. So our staff members, we chose Michael and James as our staff members in the very beginning because we thought their experience and their education aligned with what we were actually looking for and our company goals. Next slide. Now we are 2022. Now we are 2020. What we did in this year. Next slide. So yeah, the country that we decided to enter in 2020 was Netherlands, and the main reason that we just decided to enter one country was that we were new and we saw potential in the market of Netherlands because the first reason was that the local office cost was very low, and being new, we wanted to keep our cost minimum. Also because we wanted to provide affordable phones, so we wanted to reduce the cost in any way possible. Also the competition was very low, so we decided that so we thought that this can work as an opportunity for us and we can perform well. And the third and the main reason was that the major chunk of the market was price oriented, and we were focused on providing affordable phones, so that's why we thought to go for Netherlands. Next slide. Now, organizational structure, we decided to go for functional structure because we wanted people we wanted to divide people according to their specialization. And again, because the structure didn't cost us anything and we wanted to keep our cost as low as possible, as I mentioned earlier. So we went for this structure. The second thing was management focus. So we focused on three things: marketing analysis, risk management, and local partner search. Now, marketing was very important for us because we were new and we wanted to promote our product as much as possible. Risk, again, because we were new and we knew that there might be some potential risks that we might face, so we wanted to manage them efficiently. The third thing was local partner search. As I mentioned earlier, we were new, so we thought it would be easier for us to expand if we have local partners. Now, marketing, we focused on e-marketing like SEO and through social networks, and other than that, we focused on local marketing like through local media. Next slide. So the results, as you can see, that we made a profit of almost 28 million, and we didn't face any loss. So we performed really well in year 2020. Next slide. Our main achievements were that the retained profit was very high, that is of 28 million. The second thing was that we achieved our KPI of being the lowest price in the market. The third thing was there were no losses and our market share was 20%. So overall, it was a successful year for us.
So, year 2021, after having a successful year of 2020, we now move into year 2021. Rio entered into two countries, France and Germany, where keeping Netherlands headquarters. Due to the performance in Netherlands, we planned of entering into two countries, France and Germany. The reason behind it is one of the reasons behind it is basically because of the positive news that we got from Europe, and Rio being price focused. Germany and France was feasible in getting into. Regarding the logistics as well, we had advantages to that because since Netherlands being the headquarters is close to Germany and France. And the inventory was in Germany was around 10,000 and the inventory in France is around 25,000 is what we have kept. Moving towards Germany, the market segment in Germany regarding the customer intimacy, the quality, the price were pretty much equal. But on the other hand, Hopsify's the cultural dimensions, when we had research on it, we came to know that there are risk-taking people in this particular country, and ours is a new product, and a new product, people buying a new product and people are ready to take the risk of buying new product is also one of the reasons that we chose Germany as our country in Europe. The sales, but the sales we had in Germany is pretty much 46,000, which is not great, but then at a particular level it's fine. And at the same time, Rio focusing on price is the reason why quality and customer intimacy was neglected. Talking about the inventory in Germany, the inventory in Germany is around 10,000 as I mentioned before, and when it goes around below 2,000, that's when we restock the inventory back to 10,000. So what happens over here is the fact that when demands in Germany was basically not above, doesn't go above 3,000, due to which we had a stable sales, and the inventory was never out of stock, and we had our stock all the time in Germany. And but talking about France, regarding the reasons why we entered in France is the fact that the Horsefly's cultural dimension, where here as well people are risk taking and pretty much into trying new products. They don't mind trying new products is the reason why we chose Germany, and at the same time having no competition is one of the main reasons that we got into Germany, got into France, and having a yearly office cost of around less than other countries gave us an advantage. Marketing segments over here at the same time was price dominated, and Rio is also price dominated, is also the very much very important reason why we chose France as our option. So over here we made a good amount of sales, to be honest. We made around 2 million out of 11 million, and regarding price, and as before, this is also where customer intimacy and quality was also neglected, but we were focusing on price here for this particular year, is the reason why we so is the reason why our price, in terms of price, we had a good sales. And talking about inventory, since France is price focused, we knew that our sales would go high, is the reason why we kept the inventory around 25,000. So what basically happened over here is, like, when it goes below 15,000, it used to restock, and which kept the demands were pretty much high, which went around more than 5,000, which was pretty much in our favor, is the reason why we were able to sell a lot of phones in this country. The logistic we chose was IDC. The reasons why we chose IDC is basically because the delivery time is direct, it is highly reliable. It is highly, sorry, It is highly reliable, and IDC being the Dutch company, we, as I mentioned before, IDC being the Dutch company, we had an advantages over logistics. Uh, uh, and Germany being near, or Germany and France being near as well, we had advantages over the logistics at the same time. The staff recruited during this particular year was 11, and the external hired staff was around 8, and staff which left was around 5, and staff stayed was around 16, which is pretty much good. And the motivation and educational level of the staffs was pretty much less compared to the last year, where it decreased to 60%, the staff motivation, and the educational level was around 59%. The workload was the same, which was around 100 person. So we being a price focused company, our KPI, key performance indicators, was obtained for the particular year. So the financial statement, we did pretty much good, where we obtained around 22 billion turnover, where we got a gross profit margin of around 10 billion, and at the end, which retained had a profit of around 14 billion, which was pretty much good, um, and we didn't have any sort of loss but gain due to of this matter. And looking forward to the balance statement as well, we did pretty much good in this part. And due to all these reasons, in the simulation game of this particular year, we have become third in the whole group, and in individual group we had become second, and we met the achieved targets that we have mentioned, and also the targets which were given to us, and we didn't have a loss in this particular year, and it went pretty much good, due to which we gained more points. Thank you.
For the year 2022, the countries we entered were USA and Brazil. The main reason to enter Brazil was the audience, or the target audience for the country were risk-taking, and our company being new in the market, we decided to enter Brazil, considering the market being much more open to a new company. The second and the main reason to enter the market for Brazil was the country being 75 to 80% price focused, which was our strategy for the business. The reason to enter USA was there was not much competition in the market of USA, and the market segments were equally divided between price focused, quality products, and customer intimacy. Talking about the sales in Brazil, we achieved the target of having maximum sales being a price focused company. We did 30,007 sales for the products in the Brazil. We did not have any sale for quality and customer intimacy market chunks, because the company wasn't focusing on those the specific chunks of the market. Even though being demand for the chunk of the market, we did not consider being our focus for the sales. For USA, we tried to focus on all three equally, price, quality, and customer intimacy, but surprisingly we underperformed for price in the market of USA and performed well for customer intimacy. As you can see, the number of sales in the customer intimacy segment are really high compared to the price. We failed for serving and justifying the segment for quality, because our products being cheap, the quality was not as expected by the market. The sales for USA, we did not make any sales in the first week when we entered the country. We had literally 50,000 of inventory for the business, but it was just stayed back in the warehouse and did not sell any product on the first week. A similar thing happened during the week 19th, where we did not have any sales again for the product in the whole market. Talking about workload, our workload and staff motivation ratio were 101 is to 57%, where the workload being 101% and staff motivation being 57%, where we lacked in staff motivation, and it constantly got declined since year one. Among the all organizational decisions, the most drastic decision that we made in the year 2022 was changing our headquarters location from Netherlands to USA. The first reason behind changing the headquarters was because we were entering to a much more larger country compared to the Netherlands, and expecting much more sales from the country, and logically thought that moving the headquarters of the company would be the best idea in order to gain those sales. Also, while changing the headquarters, on the impact section, we saw that we would cut the costs by 10%, and we would have an advantage of 15% on the local market. But eventually, it did not turn out how we expected it to be. The income statement for 2022 is where we had a gross margin of 180 million. And an operating profit of 2.8 million. We ended up having a retained profit of 2.6 million euros for the whole year. Talking about the cash flow of the year, we were having 334 million euros in the income, which increased from 222 million of previous year's income. While increasing the income, we had increase in the expenses as well, where we had 346 million euros for year 2022, increased from 228 million euros from a previous year. The score for the year was 3,030.67 points, and we did not have any penalties for making any loss or having any loss in equity. And now for the year 2023, I'd like to pass over to Twinkle.
So now moving forward to the next year, that is the year 2023. In the year 2023, we entered into two countries. We got out from the two countries like USA and Brazil, and we entered in Belgium and Monaco. Along with that, we also changed our headquarters from USA to Netherlands again, because it didn't prove a good decision to change the headquarters to USA. So we again changed it. And the reason for discontinuing the USA and Brazil was that the purpose of entering in these two markets was to earn more profit, but we didn't earn that well. Instead of making more profit in the year 2022, not only we reduced our profit, but it gone negative, and which was a downfall for our country and for our company, and we discontinued these markets. Next. Reason for choosing Monaco. The main reason for choosing Monaco is that we wanted to expand our company in European countries. So the first reason was to choose Monaco for that. Other than that, the yearly local office cost is also low, and there is a strong competition, which will be a risky, but which will help us to earn more profit. Like the risk is more, the more the risk, the more the profit. Next. And other than that, reason for choosing Monaco, again, the local office cost was low, and the competition was also, local competition was low. So it will be a benefit for us, like one country with the high competition and one country with the low competition. So we can manage it easily. Again, as initially from the beginning, we were focusing on the price focused market. So again, we got a country which was price focused. Next. So as a result, it also didn't prove that good. We again faced a loss, which was a downfall for our company. Next.
Hi, it's year 2024 and I'll be talking about the year 2024. Next slide, please. So as my colleague Twinkle mentioned, we faced a severe loss in 2023. So that's why we thought we won't enter any more countries in the year 2024 and we will strengthen our weakness and like we will do well in without entering any countries. And in year 2024, we can see the sales trend went down. If we see the bar chart, we can see we was in a rise from the beginning of our simulation game, but after 2022, in the following years, it went down. Next slide, please. So if you look at the market share of Rio, in year 2024, it was only 3%, while in 2022, in the beginning, it was 20% of the market share Rio owned. Next slide, please. Moreover, the value of our company was in a drastic position in this year, which was nil actually. Next slide, please. So because of the loss in the previous year, we faced a loss of risk and problems this year. It was almost 16 risks. And most of the risks were of the low marketing budget and the height of our price. And in this year, we tried to focus on developing our marketing and changing our price as well to recover our loss. Next slide. So we focused on our promotional budget was basically on the SEO and we didn't focus on the advertise on social networks, and we put our budget there is a bit low. Maybe because of this we faced the losses and there was a loss of risk. Next slide. So if you look at the income statement of 2024, so we can see there is a loss of 36 million. So it was huge. So we decided to improve this and we took some good decisions this year. Next slide. And if we even look at the cash flow, our net loss was 36 million euros. Next slide. So we took some bad decisions previous year, which was entering Monaco. If you look at the market segments of Monaco, we can see the market is basically quality and customer intimacy based. But we thought the yearly local cost of Monaco was less than other countries. Moreover, it was an European country, so maybe we could make some profit there, and we could enter an European country. But as we focused only on price, not on quality and customer intimacy, we faced a loss. We only sold 54 mobile in that year. Next slide. So because of losses, Rio got penalty, and because there was negative owner security, we got penalty, but we still achieved our target, which is low cost mobile phones. So we achieved there. Next slide. Moreover, in the past, from 2023 to 2024, like we achieved the target of lowest price, but the education level of staff we lost there because the minimum value was 60%, but we only made it 50%. Moreover, the employee motivation was 60% when we could meet only 53%. So recovering all these risks and problems, we thought of doing an development and develop a global campaign for our brand awareness so that people get to know our brand much more and we can recover our losses and come back to next slide, please. Okay. as we have a lot of problems for in the year of 2023 and 2024, but yet we gained a lot since the beginning. First 3 years we played very, very well, and we was in the second position in the second year, and we was the carbon neutral company, eco-friendly mobile phone, and moreover we always met our KPI, and there was a continuous rise from 2020, and moreover we provided the best quality phone to our consumers in the most affordable price. And moreover, though we did a lot of losses and stuff, we was still in the 9th position among all groups in our last game. Next slide, please. After playing this game, there was a lot of improvement areas we thought of. So I'll talk about some of those areas, which is marketing and promotion. We definitely need to focus on marketing and promotion, and we will increase the education level of our staffs. And moreover, as there is lots of workload to our employees, we should rise our employee motivation, and we will give some training sessions for employees, and we will enter potential markets. We will analyze the markets first so that we don't enter in any countries where we will have losses. And moreover, we will develop our research and development department. We will buy new equipment and focus on innovating new technology for our phone. And as our vision was affordable phone and carbon neutral and shaping the future technology, and we will keep that vision and go forward. That's all. Thank you from Rio.